Dad suggested that we get married when I came back from uh, um, Lansing. I'd gone to Lansing for the mother and daddy's birthday, but the 14th and 16th of August. And then I flew back to Tulsa, or to Tucson, and Dad met me at the plane at like at 6:30 in the morning. And we went and had breakfast, and then he suggested marriage after he took me back to the apartment before he went to work. And I told him that Daddy boy had asked me that before I agreed to marry anybody, that he would like to meet them and talk to them. So I told him that as far as I was concerned, that was fine, but I had to involve Daddy boy. So Daddy boy came out in September and stayed the weekend, and we had dinner with Daddy boy a couple times, and he approved Bill. So then we were officially engaged, but I mean unofficially engaged, because I was afraid to tell the Jordans. And then finally I made the hurdle and told the Jordans, and it was in the paper in November. I think our announcement was in the paper. In those days, they put engagements in the paper. I guess when there was, before we officially announced our engagement, I invited them to dinner, and I cooked carrots, among other things. And carrots was the one food that Grandma would never touch. I mean, they were like, Dad, and avocados, forget it. But of course, that was, well, I never lived that down, I don't think. And Bill had not told me that for some reason. Yeah, maybe he didn't know I was going to cook them, I guess. But at that time, I had a recipe for carrots that I thought would be very good. I had a roast or something. But anyway, they accepted me, and we did stay engaged. And Grandma had a wedding shower at her house. The neighbor, she knew all the neighbors, and it was very well attended, and so on. So we always had a very good relationship, except for those carrots. And this day, 1956, Natty Boo we had an engagement party. They had a number of friends in Tucson, in Phoenix, the Bryans and Mother Hess and so on, and they were friends that they had known back in Cincinnati and moved out to Phoenix then. And so we had that engagement party. I remember Grandma Franz was upset because Bill had been in our house for Christmas, and then he flew to Milwaukee Christmas night, I think, because he was the best man in Don Berlinski's wedding, which was the 27th of December, I think. So when he came back, so he was not in Tucson for Christmas, and then when he came to Phoenix for New Year's, Grandma and Grandpa were quite upset that he wasn't spending time with them in Tucson. But Natty Boo had planned this party, so